Badgers beat Soar High to get to this position. Meanwhile, Killabee defeated SWAT 7D to make it into this placement matchup. And so the disc is currently now centered to Fawas, I think that's Fawas, and the disc finds its way into a receiver. And the disc is now up for Killabee. And that's a D for Badgers. That's a D for Badgers. With Ja'an getting the spoils there. This is checked back in. Ching Ying on the far side finding a cutter. And the cutter finds a throw. Makes its way into the hands of Hazel. Oh, that's a unfortunate throw away there. Killabee now back on the disc with Fawas there. Finding a cutter in the middle of field. Killabee looking for the upline option, unable to find one. And this is tipped there by the Badgers defender. This now back with Badgers, and looks like it's going to be a score for Badgers, with Ja'an getting the assist to his own brother David. Score 1-0 Badgers. Pool currently hanging in the air there for Badgers, with Killabee on offense. This finding its way to a cutter there on the near sideline here, looking for an option. This is centered back there to Fawas. Fawas looking for a receiver. Oh, who actually manages to catch the disc on the near sideline here. Disc now with Fawas, and this is hanging in the air. And that's another D there for Ja'an. Ja'an set to start play again there for Badgers. Finds Ching Ying, who looks for the long option but is unable to find one. And Ja'an finds an open cutter, who finds a long throw. Will the receiver be able to read? Oh! And this is in. And this is hooked from Killabee. Oh, looks like a pile of bodies there on the disc. But no one able to bring down the disc there. Ja'an with the disc. Oh, the Badgers cutter there, saving Ja'an's very much difficult pull. Oh, but Joshua unable to come down with the bladey put up there. And Killabee with the disc there again, finding Fawas on the upline. And that's a score for Killabee to tie the scores now at 1-1. The disc is in there for Killabee. A slightly short pool that lands just around the brick mark area. Caleb with the disc, finding that. Oh! The disc now in the hands of Killabee, who hugs the disc straight away. Oh, and Simone bringing down the disc there for Badgers, who finds Caleb, both left-handed. And that is a hug from Caleb, just as everyone always expects. And Yoon with the disc there, finding Julia in the end zone for a 2-1 lead to Badgers. We're back. Carson with the pull for Badgers, a super large pull there, but the disc goes out of bounds. This is checked in by Fawas. Looks for the forehand put. Oh, finding the receiver there, but he's not yet in, just outside of the end zone. Looking for a quick score. Will they be able to turn it in? And Killabee turned it in for the score. And we're back in. Killabee set to take the pool here. Oh, a roller. Rolling pool there from Killabee. Jian able to stop the disc there on the near sideline. Finds. Ooh, he's chinging in the middle of the field with that fake there. Oh, good catch there by Joshua, who returns the disc to Ching-Ying. That is going a bit too long there, and the disc is checked back in for Killabee. No cutters coming. And the disc is dumped back to Fawaz. Oh. The throw just a bit overthrown there from Killabee. Caleb finding the D there. Who finds the disc to Joshua, who puts the disc up for Hazel with the score. The disc is back in there from Badgers. Carson this time with another long pull that lands just outside the Killabee end zone. It's 5 minutes now to halftime. This swung around in the center there for Killabee. Oh, Badgers defender there coming very close to the D. Finding another Killabee cutter there. Oh, but this time Badgers get the D. Ching-Ying picking out the disc for Badgers. Finding Danny on the near sideline. Oh, finding Carson in the middle of the field. Finds an open Ching-Ying, and that's the score for Badgers. And Badgers take the pool from the left side of the field. And the disc landing just after the break mark line. Oh, Fawaz bringing down the disc there. He finds a cutter. Slight slip there, but recovers and comes back. This is... Oh! Badgers looking for an option. And it's hucked. It's hucked. Will it reach the receiver? And yes, it does. And it is there. Is pulled by Caleb for Badgers. Caught right outside the Killabee end zone with Fawaz on the disc. The disc finds its way around. And the disc caught there by the cutter. Finding the near side option with a large swing. Looking for the huck there. And unfortunately, Badgers get the D. And continue now on offense. And this now swung to the far side there with Simone on the disc. And Jaan with a superb hug. Reaching the hands of Yun, who just landed it at the top of the line there. And Killabee now start the second half on defense, making the pull down to the right side of the field. King brings down this, finding Joshua there. And the dish is up! Oh! This is up! And it's a quick score there for Badgers. Badgers on defense now, leading by a 5-point margin, 7-2. Killabee on offense. And this is sent up line, finding ID, I think, on the far side. And this is hooked. Oh, what a nice hook though. Will be. Oh, and that's Chinging with the D there for Badgers. Oh, and this is hooked for Badgers. Finding a receiver there. Oh, so many people coming around. Ah! This checked in there for Killabee. And Killabee again look for the hook. Oh, finding Fawas who brings it down, who makes another short hook. Oh, and it's another D on the sky there from Chingying for Badgers. Oh, the large break side throw there to David, who takes a big throw, but a bit of a missed throw there from David, leading to a turnover for Badgers. And that's a simple quick score there for Badgers. And this is up for Badgers. Pull a little bit short, but lands somewhere near the center of the field. And this is up, and that's a D for Badgers. Nope, finds a short inside throw, looking for the deep girl. Oh, and Yoon brings down the disc for her second score of the game. For Badgers, Jaan making the pull. Disc just around the brick mark area for Killabee. Finding Fawas on the far side. Oh! Finding a cutter somehow. Don't think he was the intended target. And Fawas hugs the disc for the receiver, who brings in the score for Killabee. Oh, large pull there by Killabee. Roller. And bringing it to a stop there. This centered to Caleb. Finding David on the disc, looking for the hook. And this time he finds the hook. Oh! The poach defender there, very close to the disc. Killabee finding these large swings. Powers again in much control of the disc for Killabee, but the short hook intercepted there by Caleb. Finding Jaan on the disc. Getting that layout bit on the near sideline here. Finding Haley there for the score. And Badgers on D with Joshua making the pull for Badgers. Pull hanging in the air quite well. Oh! Pull. And this is up. And scored by Joshua. Badgers back in with the pull. Killabee not catching the disc after that drop pull earlier. And they start from the... Oh! So this is checked back in for Killabee. Oh! The tip to this there, finding a Killabee cutter. And the disc is up. Oh! The girl unable to come down with that bloody throw. And Simone checks the disc back in for Badgers. Oh! Carson trying to reenact what Jan did earlier, but unable to catch the disc there. Killabee with a chance to make a score. Badgers finding the swing over to Joshua, who then finds Danny, who makes the huck. Alright, Killabee back on offense. Finding a cutter there. Oof. Oh, Killabee there stuck on the near sideline. And this is hucked for the Killabee receiver, who brings the disc in for a Killabee score. And this is in from Killabee. Landing just inside. This there centered to Caleb. He finds Jaan, who puts the disc up. Oh, for the receiver, who retains possession of the disc there, just right outside the end zone, not yet in. Finds Caleb on the quick dump. And finds a finish. Finds a floaty finish there. Back on the field for Badgers versus Killabee. As you can hear, the pitter-patter on the umbrellas. There is a slight drizzle. Finding a cutter there. And this is hucked. But that's a D there for Killabee. Finds the cutter following that.
What throw is that?
That's a funky throw there. Fowler's looking for the hug, and the hug is up. Hard cap has just been called, which means that this will be the final point for both sides in this 5th and 6th placement matchup. Killabee right outside the end zone.
How come? Is it foul?
No, there's no foul. It's just they took a sub. The girl caught it. Oh! Is that a score?
Oh.
And that's a score for Killabee. The game now ending with a score of 12-5 for Badgers, finishing 5th in NUO 2017.